about all of that. And I'd love to know what you guys think. But moving on, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to talk about an exclusive that we came up with a couple of days ago now. But because I haven't done a live stream in a while, I haven't had the opportunity to go over it. And it's to do with Keanu Reeves. And according to our sources, Keanu Reeves is now in talks to join a pretty exciting future project at the in the MCU. So I'm trying to find the article. Can't find the article. So it's not there. Where is it? Where is my Keanu Reeves article? Did it go into news? There we go. Having an interesting behind-the-scenes look at what goes on during these live streams. But so Keanu Reeves is reportedly in talks for a role in a future Marvel series. So I've seen a lot of people take this exclusive and run with it, which is great. But they kind of reported it wrong. They said it was for a Disney Plus series, which is actually not what I was told. I'll go to the quote. So Keanu Reeves and Marvel Studios are currently in talks over a role in a future Marvel TV series which hasn't been officially revealed yet. And then I pressed the source for more information, and then the source said the role is still undisclosed, but what I'm hearing is that it's for a series involving Ghost Rider. And then another source corroborated the first source and also added that yes, I can confirm that Keanu Reeves is in talk for a role in the MCU. It's for one of Marvel's upcoming shows. What I do not know is which series it will be. It seems as though, and again, as I kind of go through all of the other, I don't think I've got any other quotes in the article, but it seems as though it could be for Ghost Rider. But again, that was not what I was told. And also, I was not told that it's for a Disney Plus series. As far as now, I'm going into speculation areas, which I tend to do with these things. But as far as I'm aware, I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being one of their more mature or more violent TV shows that they put on either Hulu in the United States or Star, which is their kind of more mature area of the Disney Plus kind of streaming service that they have, which is password protected, so that your kids can't get onto that. But I'm pretty sure it'll be that. And he's been linked to the Ghost Rider role for quite some time. But we also know that Keanu Reeves and Marvel have had a lot of talks over the years about potentially bringing him into the MCU. Kevin Feige has been very vocal. He really likes the actor and he really wants to bring him into the MCU. They just haven't found the right role for him. So it's I'm 70% sure it's Ghost Rider, but again, you can quote me on that if you want. But it's this whole thing is I have this. I mean, especially it's kind of gone quiet over the Christmas period, but this discussion, open discussion with the sources, and as soon as I get any more information on this, I will let you know. But as far as that's why I said in a future Marvel series, and it's basically an undisclosed role. So the story is that Keanu Reeves is talking to Marvel Studios about a role in a future Marvel TV show. Now that I've heard a lot of people saying, "Oh well, Keanu Reeves is box office, so he's bigger than a TV show." Well, yes, he is, but these Marvel TV shows are not your ordinary Marvel. They're not your ordinary TV shows, are they? You have Paul Bettany, you have basically everyone involved in the Marvel Cinematic Universe turning up in these TV shows. So it's not quite the same as like him turning up in a CW show. What it is him turning up in a Marvel Cinematic Universe property, which and he's playing a character. He will be playing a character in that property that could then be expanded upon in a future movie. What do you guys think of this? I'd love to get your thoughts on it. I'm a big Keanu Reeves fan, and I really cannot wait to see him join the MCU. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Right, moving on to I will do this. So basically, I was part of it. There was the Geekosity Christmas Jam scoop. I think that was what it's called. If I got that name wrong, I am sorry. But basically, a bunch of different YouTube channels and me, well, and and sorry, and well, small screen. We basically did a bunch. Mikey Sutton sent us a bunch of scoops. So Mikey Sutton is an industry insider, and he gets a lot of information, and he's pretty much spot on with everything he puts out there. So I got the Captain Britain scoop, and one of the other scoops that was out there was that Marvel is discussing a Ghost Rider series to debut on Hulu via Disney Plus. So this kind of ties into what I was talking about before, which is probably why people got a bit confused and saying that, oh, it's Ghost Rider coming to Disney Plus. That sounds a bit weird because Ghost Rider would be quite violent. It would come to Disney Plus, Hulu in the United States, Star in the UK and the rest of the world, really. So here's what Mikey Sutton said. The Midnight Suns may be introduced in one of the new Blades movies, but Marvel Studios see him as the perfect vehicle for a mature TV show while making theatrical appearances as well with his freakish partners in the Midnight Suns. In the months ahead, development will begin to commence and reveal who is going to generate scares on Hulu. So then I suppose that does tie in with my article on Keanu Reeves being in conversation for a Marvel TV show. So, I mean, all things are pointing towards Keanu Reeves playing Ghost Rider in the MCU. Which is I suppose it's kind of weird as well, because if you've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., then you will know that they did kind of have a Ghost Rider. Well, they did have Ghost Rider in that show. But the thing is with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I don't really think Kevin Feige considers that to be canon, even though there have been actors from the MCU turn up in that show. So, you had Samuel L. Jackson turn up in that show at one point. And it's difficult, but I'm pretty sure they're going to kind of act as though that never happened because that show's now ending. And it's had its time, and I